Lee Chineke mo ịdị mma ịdị ukwuu ebube gị juru n'eluigwe n'ụwa. Lee ka isi dị mma, chi dị ebube, amara mara ụzọ. Lee Chineke mo ịdị mma ịdị ukwuu ebube gị juru n'eluigwe n'ụwa. Lee ka isi dị mma, chi dị ebube, otu aka na-eru mba. Lee Chineke mo ịdị mma ịdị ukwuu ebube gị juru n'eluigwe n'ụwa. Lee ka isi dị mma, chi dị ebube, ebube gị dumeje ebube gị dumana, ebube gị dumejeje, ebube gị dumanana, ebube gị dumejeje, ebube gị dumanana, ebube gị Chukwu onye ebube ka ịbụ, ebube gị onye ebube ka ịbụ, ebube gị na-eme ihe siri ike, ebube gị dumeje ebube gị dumeje ebube gị dumana, ebube gị onye ebube ka ịbụ, ebube gị onye ebube ka ịbụ, ebube gị. Igbo birikwenio ụtụtụ ọma, ihe ọma, mgbede ọma, depending your time zone. Anyị ya dị ka echi, maka na echi adịghị agwa ka anyị na-agwa gị. Ọ bụ na isi onyebe, what are you waiting for? Click the like button, subscribe, comment, share. If anyị na-ekwu na nke ikpeazụ oyi elu oyi, if you are just coming across our channel for the very first time, you are welcome. This is Kelenna TV. We are live and we are direct, bringing you the gospel of redemption like your doorstep. If I never make common sense, the reason I brought a marife, far from it. In my fakaranya marife, mano makifa finish. Oh my God, I just want to make common sense as always. Yes, we welcome all the newcomers. I am a preacher of the gospel of redemption. Nankibazwa, I am praying to God that I want to preach it with anointing and power. No preaching with anointing and power. If you know number manage where that, you gotta go. Number manage where that when you to nenu, chinio kuna benu, you remember that anointing has fallen. I want to preach so that when you hear my voice, you will understand that of a truth, that this man is speaking the truth, unbiased. You gotta go. I want to preach to the point, Bona, when you hear me, you will know. I want to preach that when you hear me, you will know that of a truth, this is the truth. I want to preach to the point that when you listen to me, you will know that this one is not wicked. I want to preach to the point that when you hear me, you will know that this one, Kelenna TV, has no hatred in him. That is the anointing that I am talking about, for you to hear and be convinced. Because in this dispensation, I am every man and women that is upright, that is speaking the truth with wisdom, with God-given wisdom. That is the area we are asking for anointing. It has been flying all over the place. And some people will be disappointed. Some people, they are forming not seeing, while some forming not hearing. Do you know why? Because they have been disappointed. You know, to some of them, Nasan Afaje, Cello, until Mazen Nan, the Canada, but before they have been disappointed. To many of them, Senafaje, Cello, until Mazen before they have been disappointed. God always have another vessel. Social media. God always prepare vessel for himself, like this very mission. And they put him before. If you have never seen God before, you know, follow one and to see again on social media. Believe you me, God is always preparing man. I brought if you were to before, or the hand of God, or the finger of God, in covenant or where, boy, only Bokumuro like a affair. You gotta go. The gangsters told you to leave everything as it is. Whereas we are preparing ground to overthrow him. Not even go overthrow now, but Habra with CRC. Ka sent one. On social media by Dr. Ngozi Orabueze that a memo was raised 2 days after Ka Aboro Mazeba. And the memo book a may overthrow. Manada side I will eventually get. Side in Choriga now about that those that has been championing political solution, the underground workers, they have just been disappointed. So far from Muzie not seeing the news, far from Muzie not hearing the news. Fair Mazi in Kefa now. That is the evidence that they have been left behind. That brings me to what Mazeba always said. No multidimensional approach. Man, the underground workers and the political solution, they are only waiting for political solution. Fairway plan B, Fachikoro all their X, Guyana one basket, and all the very dangerous. And the evidence, Lord, very dangerous, have just happened before us all. Because the Southeast governors voted against Ifa Fundana champion or Nda Buru or their ex gather in one basket. Ako wasigoro fa akwafa kanna why their ex has been destroyed. Mana, the one that have the mentality of multidimensional approach. There is something that I will play to you. God always have a substitute. But I say no evil. Only only those that hated you for being you. Only those that hated you for saying the truth. Or a speaker of the truth. Like in buying we started by saying that we are not going to take side. And everybody was happy. You gotta go. The reason I do but that we want to sit back and watch how things unfold before I hear video because we started with question. And those questions we asked, nobody gave us an answer. And by so doing, we now saw the activities of Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, the wisdom, the strength she brought. Now the very struggle, right from the declaration. Back I chọpụta that of a truth. And the further you na aju back I matter of a truth na why. No, but she can be trusted. I don't know how you look at it. This is just my own humble opinion. Not without mistakes. You gotta go. Yes. Not without mistakes. Maka onye obana yemele mistake. But let us go. Those that talked about political solution have Rosia, Southeast governors, but they did not say anything because awana fanani akwafa akowasiana because fat iri akwafa na one basket. Mana the wise man Mazi Ekpa nke court case ya na-abịa in no distant time kwuru na ya na-achọ nwere onwe multidimensional approach, those that have only one basket and they have gathered all their eggs in one basket, they are fighting a man with multidimensional approach. Now the Southeast governors are kowasiana akwandene. That is a kwafe ezigbo bench. Mana the one with multidimensional approach, kachine ejinefo, let's say no jibe 2 approaches or 3. Kachine ejinefo, ona afuntu ispesiaga, ona fashion another approach. Ona ga ntu ago yesi miyanda gide ruebe oneje. What if no onye obuna sozi na those that gaya na akwafa na one basket by na akowasile ya onye obuna ewere nwayo forget ya about okwu nwere onwe gazu ike. Aye ma ihe a chọrọ ime ya bụ edugide ụlọ pụta ozugbo akwa ọnụ na wall gboo nke aha ga. But as God may have it, God prepared another in the person of Mazi Ekpa that introduced multidimensional approach, and with what that have just happened with even from Southeast governors voting against, God gosikwu Dr. Ngozi Orabueze na-ekwu okwu nwere onwe now to stand strong to maintain multidimensional approach. It is very, very important ka o were nke a amụta ife nke ifuru mere na ka o were amụta ife ọ ga-eji amụtarịrị ife. Multidimensional approach, the very, very important. Even at this very struggle, there is some things that you will hear. You will know that of a truth that the hand of God is upon the speaker. Yes. Multidimensional approach. When others was singing political solution, because looking at it, when you hear about political solution, political solution obtainable. Now, if you want to follow it as a human, those championing political solution, that they have more point, that they have they have more opportunities of scaling through better than the one operating with multidimensional approach. But today, the evidence is in social media has been proven otherwise. Now, that seems not easy. Not easy. But that one that is difficult, multidimensional approach, it sounds somehow, it sounds strange. Political solution. Southeast governors political solution for the best. But one was saying multidimensional approach. And in him, maybe in that multidimensional political solution there, in that multidimensional by Godogbo, they were in that multidimensional approach by Roundtable, they were in that multidimensional approach, everything about nature of their name. Manandeji, only political solution, and the evidence is what I'm about to play to you. And Dr. Ngozi Orabueze must maintain that multidimensional approach. Because let us go and listen to her, because she said something. Let us listen to her. Imano ka na-ekwu okwu. Eluigwe ka na-ekwu okwu. Imano ka na-ekwu okwu. Eluigwe ka na-ekwu okwu. Ọ bụ ya bụ ekwu eme. Ọ dịghị onye dị ka ya. Imano ka na-ekwu okwu. Yenigwe ka na-ekwu okwu nwoke na-eji ọbụrụ mmadụ na-ekwu ọbụrụ mmụọ na-ekwu mmadụ na-ekwu ọbụrụ mmụọ na-ekwu mmadụ na-ekwu ịmanụ ka na-ekwu okwu eluigwe ka na-ekwu okwu ịmanụ ka na-ekwu okwu eluigwe ka na-ekwu okwu naanị ya bụ ekwu eme ọ dịghị onye dị ka ya. When it seems na political solution but the best, many immediately followed that political solution. A voice came, that voice was strange to the ears of many. Multidimensional approach. That world seems now wherever I fear not obtainable. But that is the voice of God. Hey, I want to preach this gospel. The voice of God multidimensional approach, political solution. Get easy, but political solution, but in multidimensional approach, baby, we find need. And that voice was not just ordinary Ikwoku. That voice comes from somewhere. That is the voice of God. Because the voice of man, political solution, it seems easy. It seems mana that is where God show his strength and might. Eluigwe na-egosi onwe gị, ọ dịghị onye ahụ dị ka gị, izuru oke n'ezie. N'etiti ahụ siri ike. I don't know about you. I am praising my own God. Chukwu ị na-egosi onwe gị, ọ dịghị onye ahụ dị ka gị, izuru oke n'ezie. Mmalite n'ọgwụgwụ n'izuru oke. Jehova zuru oke n'ezie. Ibulite ụzụ atụba nna m n'izuru oke. Izuru oke n'ezie. N'etiti ahụ siri ike, eluigwe niile gosi ike gị. Ahụbeghị m chi ahụ dị ka gị, nna m zuru oke n'ezie. Arụpụ ha n'afọ mmụọ n'izuru oke. Izuru oke n'ezie. N'etiti ife afọ siri ike. That is where God is. And we are the impossibility specialist. So if you are following it, or you have been following it, and up to date, you say that you have not seen the hand of God, the finger of God, the voice of God. If you are yet to see it, search yourself. That is the gospel truth. If you are yet to see it, search yourself. God is still saying something. Anywhere, dear, let us go and listen to Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. She must hold multidimensional approach very strong. Very, very important. Listen.
They care about their agenda to Islamize the whole Nigeria. But thank God, Biafra is a free nation today. So those of you that are still thinking there is a magic that will happen.
They believed somehow, when magic Germany. That is their belief. Don't worry. Southeast Kaisobe political solution. Southeast governor Mechakwete na Karaponya. Upon ife niile na-eme ụwa niile na-agba akaebe si rapụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by himself apụtakwuo n'ekwuo na arapụ ya na in less than 24 hours. N'udo tọrọ atọ ya dị. Yet those your leaders afọsịkwa ya sị mba na ama arapụ onye. Those your leaders are saying, but I'm a raponya. So to some of you that believe that somehow, they were magic. Are you not disappointed? How about those, all of you that fought multidimensional approach? How far? Let's continue to listen.
By those that think You've been following Nnamdi Kanu for years. You've been following IPOB that Nnamdi Kanu
Thank you,
started.
Mom.
You are fighting.
Many of them, but I say, oh, you can't be an IPOB member. You cannot be. Let's say that I'm not a member. I am a political analyst and a content creator, a preacher of the gospel of redemption that want to preach it with anointing. You got to go down. Those that have been following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, following Mazi Simon Ekpa, but you are too carnal to see the truth. You are too wicked to see, hear, and understand the truth. You are too hypocrite to see, hear, and understand the truth. But we are not going to stop. We will continue to preach that we know to be truth. De la social media. Continue to listen.
For Nnamdi Kanu, wonders can happen one day. You are negotiating with your terrorist, delegitimized governors.
They believe that somehow, miracle will happen one day. They never wanted to do anything. They believed in political solution. Die minute after years of waiting. After years of waiting, a disappointment they have with political solution. Yet, none of them is saying anything today. Nobody, none of them is saying anything. Let's continue to listen to this very wonderful woman.
And South part of Nigeria. Those of you that think anything good may come out from that, you can see now that you've been made
exactly completely uluku, complete fool, complete in their ass, completely fool. Mwefa na-acha out political solution, and the voice keeps saying multidimensional approach. The carnal minded among them was busy fighting it. Hello, how far? You have been made fool. Fool. Listen.
Was right under your nose. Yesterday, the senators from the southeast, and I believe south part of the old Nigerian state, yes, they all voted not to release Nnamdi Kanu.
Did you hear that? They all voted not to release him. This is not me saying it. It is not Ngozi. They all voted. Don't get it twisted before I feel maybe now the vote just suddenly happened. Before that vote came up, they have all voted against that public opinion. If I feature, because I don't have voted to release him now. Those that believe in political solution, when they about that, oh, are you not seeing it? We told you, you are following Ekpa in Finland. Is it not that Ekpa with his multidimensional approach? Because continue to listen to this very wonderful and elegant woman. Listen to her.
Does that send any message to those of you that are still out there?
They have gotten the message. They received the message with two hands, with full chest. They have received that very message. They chest up. In fact, the message about they can no longer hold their chest. You gotta go. They don't know what to do again. That is why, up to date, they did as if they did not see it, and I am bringing it out now for them to see it. Fasten a far for you, and then a far for your own. Somehow, they will see my own. Abawanaphobia. Oh, Ekpa in Finland. He is not an IPOB member. Ekpa is an agent. Ekpa is this. We are for political solution. Today, what is happening? Is it not that the method of that Ekpa? It has been proven that you people are operating in the black market. Samperians and Nzamerians that never want to do anything, only want money. Continue to listen.
Fighting Simon Ekpa, fighting Dr. Orabueze, fighting those that have declared the United States of Biafra.
Exactly. Those that today what happened? After years, I just disappointed again to her. Continue to listen.
Fighting this freedom which all of us have in our hand. We just have to start using that.
Yeah.
Does that send a message to you all?
Hey, she
those of you that
she was so calm here. She was so calm addressing them. Does that send a message to you? Now they are about the time rally around Huno Road. Rally around this very virtuous, delicious woman. Because this woman is following the template of multidimensional approach. She is following the template of a spiritual son that obtained a spiritual order from his master. A spiritual son that obtained a spiritual order from his master. That word, multidimensional approach, it is a spiritual word. You may not understand it. Oh, you will go English, you have been hearing it. But how did it come in? That is the voice of God. Multidimensional approach. Let's assume now you hear that voice. Now, if you them, Emana Biafra, ni end again. You don't know. Oh, look. How many guys? Listen to this very woman. She is calm, addressing those that is fighting her, that have fought her, continue fighting her. Those that called, declared USB terrorist organization. The Achikote Kwanos, the social media Igbo Anamajaris, the social media Igbo Heshman, the social media Igbo Bandit, the social media Igbo Boko Haram, the social media Igbo Aminus, the social media Igbo Sekirus. Where are thou today? You have been made fool. And Dr. Ngozi Orabueze calmly addressing you people. This is the time for you to see that is where God is. God help me. That is where God is. Listen to her.
Previously said, oh, I'm not going to do anything until Nnamdi comes out.
Hello. What's that, Tiana?
Those of you that, oh, I'm not going to do anything until our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa comes out. Hello.
Hello. What's that, Tiana? Calmly demolishing.
It's time for you to ask yourself the question.
It is time. It is time for you to ask yourself.
Nothing good will come out from the delegitimize Southeast and South.
It is time for you to ask yourself question. Oh, we're getting meeting. Rapu hatred. Rapu asepanta. Rapu. If you want to wear multidimensional approach. Baby in Elegrania. Okay, how she is addressing you people calmly. She is addressing you people calmly. I can go ahead and play these truths that you people fought and they continue fighting. Can you worry a matter? I am playing this direct from Ability USB S account. Let's continue to listen.
Governors. Absolutely nothing. Remember, these senators that voted in the Nigerian terrorist state, all of them are under the Southeast and South government.
Oh, she is always calling it Nigeria state. Now they are for why is sipenti tinkatri. Okay, use the word here. These are men and women that operate as the Spirit led. Oruoria, mana so to offer. You have nothing. You only obey the bomba. This very broadcast of hers, but a wake-up call to onye natural moronwe. This very decentralization that is available, obtainable now, that they are operating on, but that is a wake-up call to onye natural moronwe. Continue talking rubbish on social media. Let's continue to listen to her.
They are working together.
Exactly.
So when you think you can negotiate,
you want to negotiate with them political. I ask you, look, I negotiate maka the problem na ya bụ ka I negotiate zie na maybe tomorrow na eburuzie governor ha nwande nozi ebe na abụrụ anụ na arapụ onye a n'ime ebe a dị anyị ọ bụ negotiate ya na ọ bụ governor of my state ọ bụ negotiate ya na this my boy in a position to become a senator, that my boy will no longer be a senator ewerezie enyezie ya na arapụ ya ebe a ọ bụ negotiate ya na ọ bụrụ house of assembly member na nwanne rapụ ya ebe a bụko I am preparing my boy, my nephew, my political friend young boy next year, Narapo that guy about Narapi about Guinea negotiating young Narapi about they voted against it. No, and men are say after 2 years, 3 years now, I am on the governorship of my state. Because any negotiation, automatic ticket, any political solution, automatic ticket. Narapo about vote we against. Hello, I hear Dr. Orabueze. Listen.
Anything from the with the Southeast and South governors who sent their senators to Abuja to vote against the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Then they fooled you. That means Iba go before 19.
One chance, one chance. One chance, Kafabra. If I have one chance, I am going to allow it to play uninterrupted. To be frank with you, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze did a wonderful job here. Those that hated her for no just cause, that it is not about her. This is a wake-up call. Those political solutions, those shouting it on social media, there is an opportunity for you to start over again because they just quashed you. They just destroyed you. So, there is an opportunity somewhere that you can embrace wholeheartedly. Because they have destroyed you. They destroy you. They have fooled you. Let it roll uninterrupted. This woman, about Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, she did a wonderful job here. Calmly speaking the word of truth and wisdom. Calmly telling you that will pierce your bone marrow. That will trigger something like your brain. That is what she did here. I will allow it to play uninterrupted before we call it a day. Listen.
They care about their agenda to Islamize the whole Nigeria. But thank God, Biafra is a free nation today.
Thank God.
So those of you that are still thinking there is a magic that will happen by those that think you've been following Nnamdi Kanu for years. You've been following IPOB that Nnamdi Kanu started. You are fighting for Nnamdi Kanu. Wonders can happen one day. You are negotiating with your terrorist, delegitimized governors of the Southeast and South part of Nigeria. Those of you that think anything good will come out from that, you can see now that you've been made a fool. Because right under your nose, yesterday, the senators from the Southeast, and I believe South part of the old Nigerian state, they all voted not to release Nnamdi Kanu. Does that send any message to those of you that are still out there fighting Simon Ekpa, fighting Dr. Orabueze, fighting those that have declared the United States of Biafra, fighting this freedom which all of us have in our hand? We just have to start using that. Does that send a message to you all? Those of you that previously said, oh, I'm not going to do anything until Nnamdi Kanu comes out. Hello? Those of you that, oh, I'll stay, I'm not going to do anything until our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa comes out. Hello. It's time for you.
Mediocres.
To ask yourself.
Operators in the black market. Hello.
Nothing good will come out from the delegitimized Southeast and South governors. Absolutely nothing. Remember, these senators that voted in the Nigerian terrorist state, all of them are under the Southeast and South governors. They are working together. So when you think you can negotiate anything from the or with the Southeast and South governors who sent their senators to Abuja to vote against the release of Nnamdi Kanu, then they fooled you. That means if I go for 419.
Hope you had her. It is all about, I won't just want to negotiate here now. Here it is here. This my boy, political senator Onaga. This my boy, House of Assembly Onaga. The Nkanya more than a governor, money abro Zobazi Azoba. Mbao. Nkana chi obodom now, peacefully, now control, we phenomenon. Kobeze Kamani Azoba. Nkana use some of his men against that he stand for. Can use with Koba or Chizi Kangarin use for Nayan Reba. Can now manipulate his men. Ngwafa for many for farmer me. Can Jesse get it easy ka Udodinka engine some of their men now cause so trouble. Ka it easy ka Udodi Mba. Yana dear. Dr. Ngozi I say that you have been fooled. All mediocre is capable name. Operators in the black market, I have Gafa. But not very much. Heaven is still saying something. I can with a multi-dimensional approach. There were many multis. So the earlier you join the carriers of multi-dimensional approach, earlier for you. Kelly Webezioku. You're understanding. Now here's a sugar cabiama. He said